Well, my name is Jessica. This is Ricky, my son. He's deafblind. This is my youngest son, Marco, and my oldest son, Antonio, isn't with us today. I had him at UCLA Medical Center in California, and the geneticist came in, and she examined Ricky and said, I believe it's Stickler's syndrome. And then soon after, medical professionals came in, gave me a printout of what Stickler's syndrome entailed, and part of that was deafblindness. So that began the whole journey. Well, the challenges related to Stickler's syndrome and dealing with it were the degree of Stickler's syndrome. Trying to fit Ricky into the degrees. Was he mild? Was he moderate? Was he severe with Stickler's syndrome? And trying to figure out all of the components. Did he have the heart issues? Did he have the arthritis issues? All of those things. So finding out bit by bit was very challenging. A lot of appointments, a lot of medical testing. Those were very challenging. Not only on me, but on Ricky as well. I have friends, colleagues that have children who are disabled that don't have very much information on their particular syndrome. So for me, although it's a rare syndrome, there is a lot of information out there. So it's very helpful. Well, he was born in 1995. So there was no internet access, there was no Google. It was very lonely, very isolated. It was overwhelming, it was shocking. I was extremely young, so I remember a grieving process, and I remember being in a lot of shock and kind of stressed out. Well, for supports outside of the family, the LA Unified School District was amazing. Their early intervention was calling us straight away out of the hospital. So their birth to 3-year-old program is what actually made Ricky what he is today. Without that support and those teachers coming into our home and working with Ricky, I don't think he'd be as strong of a student or as strong as a young man as he is today. Well, the supports that helped me deal with the emotions of everything were unfortunately the service providers at that point. They listened, they empathized. I probably told them a little bit too much at the time, but they were very caring, very understanding. Not only did they work with Ricky, but they also included Antonio. Well, the transition from early childhood to school age was a smooth transition because it incorporated preschool. That preschool piece was a huge help in getting Ricky, acclimated to the school life, to being with teachers. It was wonderful, and it also taught us sign language. So all of us learned sign language. It included Antonio. It included his dad if he wanted to come along. Any service providers were welcome to take sign there. Any service providers or daycare providers were allowed to come. Family members, everyone was encouraged to learn sign language and be a part of the preschool program. Then we became involved with California Deafblind Services. And at first, Ricky was on the IEP, he was listed as multi-disabled. And then when I learned of deafblindness and talked with the California Deafblind Services, they brought my attention to, well, look, he fits the criteria for deafblindness. So then I switched his multi-disabled to deafblind. Yes, since the diagnosis and the help from the Deafblind Project, he has always been deafblind on his IEPs. I think because Ricky's underlying issue, his diagnosis is Stickler's syndrome, and I believe that the resistance came because there were so many other things going on with him at the time that they didn't want to narrow in on one or two things. So I did receive a lot of resistance to change it, and the Deafblind Project helped me to get that changed on the IEP. Well, the components that have made things easier for teamwork is advocates. I cannot stress strongly enough what an important part of the IEP an advocate is. Not only is the support there for you, but the backup of learning all the laws and all everything that you need to know to be prepared for the IEP meeting. Our IEP meetings are very overwhelming with a table of about 20 people. So to have somebody there right next to me, it's just a huge relief to know that they're there, they know the law, And the school district also views you differently when you come to an IEP with an advocate. So I think there's more respect when you bring an advocate than when you show up alone. The challenges with working with teams, it's just difficult to put your experience and have them empathize. They're so used to working in the law and what's best legally, what's best for the school district, that I think they lose a lot of the personal and parental side of things. So I know it's an emotional time in an IEP meeting, but sometimes they have to know what it's like at home in order to better serve him in school. Well, what makes the IEP process easier is all the information that is now available. Anything that you can find prior and getting your questions in place, getting all the materials you need, learning the law, those things make the IEP much easier to deal with. Deafblindness is such a small community, and many people are ignorant to it, including me when he was diagnosed. You know, everybody kind of assumes that deafblindness means full deaf, full blind. So when you bring that federal definition into an IEP and everybody listens to that federal definition, then I think they begin to understand. Well, the assessments that I have used and have really liked in the past were the MFEs. We had one done at the School for the Deaf and one kind of collaboration with the School for the Blind, and that MFE was very useful to work off of his IEP and, you know, make the goals reference from the MFE. So it worked well for us. Well, some of my hopes and dreams for my family for the future are that Ricky will make great relationships socially and that he will be successful in what he wishes to do.
Just communicating with Ricky is a really big help with us, and he's like more close to us now because we are really close together and we always hang out together, and he's always talking about plants, his farms, how he's going to be a farmer. Well, I think some of the things that make Ricky special is that when he puts himself out there, because he's kind of like a socially awkward person, a lot of people will know to understand him better and know that he's a good person.
Well, the advice I'd give the families who just find out about the deafblindness in their family is to educate themselves and also to learn each mode of communication that they can. Not just focus on speech, do not only focus on sign, but encompass everything. Because with Ricky, he only signed until he was 7 years old. There was no voice at all, no voicing whatsoever. When he turned 7, he started to use his voice. And now he'd rather voice with our family than use sign. But educationally, he receives all his information sign language. So anyone who's deafblind, I believe you need to do more of a total communication approach as to educating yourself.
Tell me about your family. Do you have, how many brothers you have?
I have 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Are they fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you do together?
We play together.
You play?
Yeah.
What kinds of things do you play?
We play a video game and we fight each other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things to do?
I like to garden outside and take care of animals.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of, do you like vegetables, fruits? I mean, what kind of garden?
A vegetable garden.
Vegetable garden. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. Right now, what do you have vegetables?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're growing.
Okay. How
Yeah.
many?
We have that tomato plant and bale straw right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. I've heard that maybe you're interested in being a farmer.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of a farmer?
Crop and and write that on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that before? I mean, how did you learn about that?
I looked it up on the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Oh, this year you've been in the mentor program.
Yeah.
Have you liked that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is your mentor?
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even what think of going to a farm
Okay.
to a dairy.
To a dairy farm.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. All right.
And that way because they actually treat an animal like they're supposed to, not treating like milking machine.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they're supposed to, not milking machine. Well, that's a good way to treat animals.
Yeah.
The most valuable supports from the Deafblind projects would probably have to be the family specialists. They've always been there to listen, to guide me into the direction that I needed help. They've been my best resource, I would say. The Deafblind Project has been a huge help to me and my family, not only here in Ohio, but also in California. So I believe each state really needs their own Deafblind Project, and all of the resources offered by the Deafblind Project have made my family closer, calmer, and helped me greatly.